Manny,
Nice to see you again.
good to see you.
So you're becoming our love guru now, right? From Love is Blind to the Ultimatum to now Perfect Match.
It's I'm very, very fortunate that they keep coming to me to host these shows. But yeah, this one's very different than the other two. I think it's there's a certain this one has a little bit of gameplay involved, a little strategy involved. It's just a different kind of show, which was what made it really appealing for me to be a part of. So excited for people to finally see it here on Valentine's Day and see what they think.
I love the premise. I describe it as beautifully messy. Talk to us about the premise, Mr. Nick.
A beautiful mess. That's it. That's a good way to put it. No, there's a lot. Look, there's a lot of emotions involved. I mean, and the stakes are the stakes are what they are, and you've got a lot of how do you say it? A lot of agendas going on at the same time, so you mix the traction and emotion with gameplay and strategy, and it turns into a beautiful mess. That's a great way to put it.
Thank you. I love the setting, right? The paradise setting, but paradise can be deceiving, and most contestants I notice are strategizing. So in a show like Perfect Match, what kind of strategizing did you notice?
Well, I think the biggest one is, for every, episode, for every day, we had a compatibility challenge, right? So whoever won the compatibility challenge then controlled the board and got to choose who came into the house as the new singles and shows how to kind of strategize with that. If it was there another couple that you viewed as a threat, and you wanted to bring in somebody to try and break that couple up, set them on a blind date with one of the people there, or maybe you didn't like the person that you're with and you wanted to bring in someone for yourself. And I mean, is that a strategy? And, so if you see somebody on the sidelines, you're like, all right, I think if I brought them in, she and I could, run the table and win this whole thing. So there's different ways to play the game. And you certainly saw that playing out. And then you had people who just, said, you know what, you're my person. I don't want to be with anybody else here. Let's just stick together and ride or die to the end and see where that takes us. So a lot of different ways to play it, and you saw all of them kind of play itself out, and that's what made it so interesting and intriguing for me. Even watching from the sidelines, it's like, oh man, how's this gonna go? And then every night, when you've got 7 guys and 5 girls, it's like musical chairs. You're gonna have two people without a chair, and then they got to leave the house. So there was some desperate moments there where people were like, I'm on the verge of having to leave this house right now. What am I? It was interesting to see. And a lot of fun, and I give a lot of props to all the contestants for showing up and really going for it, and they're all there to try and find their match, and along the way we had a lot of fun, and that's why I think it's a good show is that you see all that kind of play itself out.
So Mr. Nick, since you're our love guru now, why do you think people love dating shows?
I think we see parts of ourselves in every one of these scenarios, whether it's messy or clean or romantic or sexy. I mean, we see parts of ourselves in these people, and that's what makes it intriguing. That's what gets it gets its hooks into us, because we invest ourselves in it because we see ourselves in it, and then we can't turn it off. So I definitely think that's that's why it works. That's why people continue to watch. Whether it's Love is Blind or Ultimatum or Perfect Match, we see parts of ourselves, and it's like. When you're emotionally invested like that, it's hard not to watch. You know what I mean?
Oh, you are just the perfect match to host this show, Mr. Nick. Congrats on Perfect Match again. You. It's like Squid Game for lovers. L'amour.
You got all the great promotional lines. We got to use these. Squid Game for lovers. I love it.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Have a great Valentine's Day, okay?
All right, you too. Thanks, man.
All right.